Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. My name is Corey, and today we're doing something that scares the bejesus out of me. I had the brilliant idea a few days ago to decide to try and tint my own eyebrows and eyelashes. So I have some sparse areas on the outsides of my eyebrows and a little bit in the middle that I always fill in. If I do nothing else during the day, I always fill in my eyebrows, even if I'm not going anywhere. And then my eyelashes are pretty dark on their own, but they definitely fade as you get to the tip. So it'd be nice to have them all the way the same color. I've had both my eyebrows and my eyelashes professionally tinted before, and I really like the results, but I don't like the price tag. Hence my bright idea of, I could probably do this on my own. I did some looking into it. I watched some YouTube videos like this one and decided I wanted to try it on my own. Through research, I'm not 100% sure if I got the absolute best product, but they all seem to be relatively the same. So I got mine on Amazon. I got two different ones because I want my eyelashes black and my eyebrows to be brown. So I got two different colors. This is by Refectosil, and this is the number 2, which is a blue-black for my eyelashes. And then same brand, this is number 3, natural brown by the same guys. The blue-black was in a kit, and it came with an oxidant and a teeny tiny little mixing dish, which is so cute and super convenient, and just a generic spoolie, which could be helpful or unnecessary, we don't know. But not too expensive. I'll have the prices and links down in the description bar if you guys are interested in checking this out yourself. So as far as supplies for the actual process of tinting, here's what I have. I have a bottle of water, so I'm gonna be doing some rinsing, some cleansing, etc. So I just fill up a bottle of water to have handy because I don't have a sink on hand. I have a good stack of cotton buds, cotton swabs, Q-tips, whatever you guys want to call them, I've got them. I also have some cotton rounds, again for wiping, cleaning, etc. I have both the spoolie I mentioned before and a angled brush, mostly for my eyebrows and maybe even for my eyelashes. I'm not sure, I've seen both methods used and I've never done it before, so I'm not sure which one I'm going to like more. And then it was suggested that you use some sort of petroleum jelly, Vaseline, something of that sort to kind of create a border around your eyebrows and your eyes to protect your skin from being dyed. I don't have any on hand, but I do have this. It is Lucas Pawpaw ointment, and it is very similar to a Vaseline-like texture and will still create a protective barrier for my skin. I've also cut up 2 of the cotton rounds to kind of create makeshift little eye protectant pads. So once I have the Vaseline on, I'm gonna stick these under the eyes just to add another extra protective layer to my skin. I'm really not wanting any raccoon eyes. And of course I have a mirror just so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, I guess let's just get into it. I'm nervous, trying to stay calm, and I want to jump in with the eyebrows first because I feel like it will be easier. Could be wrong. Inside it does come with this little applicator of sorts. It's really flimsy on the top here and bendable, so I'm not sure if you're supposed to mix or maybe you are supposed to deposit with this. We can give it a try, not entirely sure. And of course it comes with a little instruction, warning, etc. Shows all the different colors and everything on it. So it does say all over the instructions for professional use only. Everywhere it says that, but they kind of have to say that just for legal reasons. And then the instructions on the top up here are mainly just pictures, but it does say to mix 2 centimeters of product with 10 drops of the either liquid or 15 of the cream. This one is the cream, but I guess there's also a fluid. So we'll mix 2 centimeters with 15 drops of that and we'll be ready to go. So I'm gonna be really honest here. I am from the United States and we don't use centimeters, so I don't really know what that looks like. So I definitely grabbed a ruler and just kind of looked at what 2 centimeters would look like, which if you look And if you guys are also curious, it's about this much between my two fingers here. This is about 2 centimeters of product, which looks like a lot of product to me. It's like just about the tip of my pinky finger. I feel like that's a lot of product. Okay, so about 2 centimeters of product. I'm just gonna stick with the instructions here and not try to get creative and potentially mess this up my first time around. That feels smart to me. 15 drops of this. Just gonna mix this up forever. I'm going to keep mixing this so that it's just the perfect consistency mixture, and I feel like it's well combined. And now I'm gonna go in with my Vaseline, ointment, whatever, and create a border around my eyebrows. So I'm just gonna take some on the back of my hand like that and use a cotton bud to apply it. I'm gonna go around wherever I don't want it to be on my skin, and you don't want to get it on your eyebrows. I forgot to mention that I did wipe my eyebrows with water beforehand just to make sure they were clean and dry. That part is super important. You don't want to have any sort of oil or makeup or anything on your eyebrows or eyelashes or wherever you're trying to tint. Okay, and now comes the terrifying part. We're going to go ahead and apply it. It has darkened up a little bit as it's kind of sat and started to develop. I don't know how I feel about this little applicator bit. I don't know. Well, let's give it a shot. I feel like it's okay, but it does feel a little bit streaky. So let's try the angled brush. This feels more like what I'm used to. You definitely want to make sure the whole surface that you want dyed is covered, so I'm just making sure, going in and being really thorough with it. So I think this little tiny applicator could come in handy for any sort of like detail and precise line work that you want to do. So on the very end of my eyebrow, we're gonna see if we can't make this work, because it's super skinny and I can just kind of tap it. I've changed my mind about this little guy. I like him. And of course, anywhere where you think you might need cleaning up, do it immediately. So if you accidentally like just miss and go outside the line, pick it up immediately and it won't be a problem. So there's one eyebrow done. So I'm going to start a timer right now. It's 3:45 if you guys can see that, and you're supposed to leave this on for 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm gonna start a 10-minute timer now and then set another timer when my other eyebrow is done. Okay, the timer just went off on eyebrow number 1. By the way, this is what they both look like. I did this eyebrow in just about 5 minutes exactly, so we'll keep an eyeball on the time. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to remove excess product and then go ahead and wipe it all away with water. So I'm just gonna take a Q-tip and try and pick up as much of this as I can. gonna take one of my cotton rounds and just dampen it with water and wipe it away. And this is, like I thought, looking a little bit dark. All right, eyebrows are done. This is what they're looking like. If this one's a little pink, it's because I was just scrubbing the crap out of it, but I'm actually pretty happy with it. They are a touch dark and maybe not quite as like filled in as maybe I thought, but I'm actually pretty happy with that because I can still just like get up and leave the house and go with this. Now we're gonna try the eyelashes. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. So in order to move on, I do have to reuse, or I want to reuse my little container. And there is quite a bit of product left in there. I don't know if you guys can see kind of how much is left, but it is quite a bit. So the 2 centimeters is definitely too much, but it's better to have too much than too little. I just wasn't sure. Better safe than sorry. So for my eyelashes, I'm gonna do one eye at a time because you're supposed to have your eyes closed, and I can't very well do this eye when this one's closed. That's not gonna work. So we're gonna do one eye at a time. I have some more of that Vaseline. We're gonna create a barrier. All right, mix it up, and then application time. You can definitely see a little bit more how the like navy blueness of that. It'll develop a little bit. It'll change. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm not gonna have navy blue eyelashes. So I'm gonna take this little half of a cotton round that I kind of sliced and diced and try and place it under here. All nice and snug. I'm not sure if this little cotton thing is gonna work. Look at that. Ooh! I don't think that's gonna work. I'm going to just put it on this little spoolie that came with it. I'm just like spinning the spoolie through it. It's kind of hard. There's no sort of like squeegee to help clean it off. Okay. Just going to apply it like mascara. Here we are. I'm mainly worried about the tips, so I don't have to be too concerned with getting it too close to like my eyeball. If you do get this in your eye, there are like so many warnings against it. But like, I just got it close to the edge, and so I'm just gonna take a Q-tip and wipe it away. It can sting, it can burn. They warn against blindness because they legally have to. Try not to let the fear get to you. Okay. Them bottom lashes though. You can try and get it close with the angle brush, so I am gonna try and do that. Maybe in the future, when I'm not filming, I can try and get it much closer there. I'm not sure how to right now. But maybe we're gonna try our best. We're gonna start our timer. I'm just gonna leave my eye open, and we're gonna leave it on for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Seems like a long time when you got a bunch of goop on your eye. So we'll be back in 15. First eye is done. Oh my Lanta. I'm gonna try and like chopstick the product off. Yeah. Like that. And then we'll wipe it clean. I would say just towards the end. And either it was because I wasn't blinking. I'm like afraid to look up at you guys right now. But it's either because I wasn't blinking a whole lot, or I don't know what. It wasn't really like stingy. I don't know what it was. But I want to try and remove as much of this excess product as possible, and we'll wipe it clean. I'm actually gonna go down here to the mirror and wipe it away. Definitely keeping our eyes shut this whole time. So my eyelashes are all wet, but this is what it looks like side by side for you guys. This is how I'm gonna do the before and the after. So this eye here has the dye, and then this is the one that does not. So definitely a little bit of a difference, and yeah, I think it's pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do the other eye off camera. It's a long process. You guys saw it for eye 1. I'm just going to repeat it for eye 2, and then I will come back with my final thoughts. Okay, so I did my other eye. Both eyelashes are officially dyed now. This is what they look like. Eyebrows done, eyelashes done, everything's done. So overall, I think this went pretty well. It's pretty simple. It's not too complicated of a process. The instructions seem pretty clear and straightforward. I would say if you're not used to makeup, if you're not used to applying things around your eyes or very close to your face, it's definitely gonna be more of like a convoluted, complex process. When I try this, maybe not on camera, maybe the eyelashes might be a little easy, but make sure you're not in a time crunch. Make sure you have no pressure on yourself, and it'll make things a lot easier. So in the future, I would do this again. I'm planning on doing it again. The eyelashes don't have like an insane payoff, but it's enough of a payoff that I would do it again. And the eyebrows, they are a touch dark. So in the summer where my hair just kind of naturally becomes lighter in the sun, it might be a bit of a contrast, but it will do. I would say maybe I would consider looking into the lighter shade and just hope that it's not too yellow. So that's it. This was my first time attempting dyeing my eyebrows and lashes. Let me know what you guys think. Did this work well? Did this not work well? Let me know an outsider's opinion. I would love to hear it. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.